Okay, hi everybody. Bonk and I. So, um, this is going to be the second. Now, this is it though. This is it. For the spring, we have Wednesdays, Dolo Hidolo, and Sundays. This, I'm not sure if I did a review on this. I think I did, but I'm not sure. Anyway, I'm gonna do episode reviews on this. This one is kind of unique. Wistoria, wand and sword. Now, there was a kind of, I have to bring this up. The creator of this series, which is a light novel, did another series. Dan Machi, you know, is it wrong to pick up girls in dungeons? I say this because this threw me up for a loop when I first saw this. I was like, wait a minute. That guy looks familiar. So you do your research and you realize, why does this guy have the same name of a character from Danmachi, who happens to be the captain of... Well, I digress. Long story short, with that whole scenario with this series, it's a false. There's no connection. He just the creator of both shows, just like you using people's names and faces and whatnot. Anyway, moving on. Wistoria Wand and Shield is a Wand and Sword is a very unique series. Um, this is probably the second anime I've seen where the no magic ploy comes into fruition. The first one, obviously, is Black Clover. Very big differences, though. In Black Clover, we know Asta, he can't use magic, but he gets a grimoire for anti-magic. But that kind of still is kind of magic in a certain way. However, the main character of this series, Will, the explanation is very confusing, but basically, in hindsight, his body hoards magical energy, and he can't release it normally. Instead, he's got superhuman strength. He's very smart. He can fight creatures, all that jazz, but he can't release spells with magic. He can't use magic. He can't use magic with a wand. None of that. And instead, he does this ability, and I just want to explain this before I get into the episode. Season 2, Episode 1, Barrier Day, called Whis, which is kind of ridiculous. He basically can use a magic sword. So as people attack him with magic, he absorbs it into his sword and fires it back at them. Now, last season, they ended it where Finn, who's not Finn from Tenmachi, shows up and confronts Will. And he doesn't confront Will. He saves Will and everybody else from the Duke, Mark Duke, the creature that was inside the dungeon. But then he confronts the headmaster and says, why is he in this school? He's a swordsman. He has a sword. That's my realm. That's how season 1 more or less ended. Now season 2 starts off, we see Will, he's with cast characters from last season, which I should probably get the whole gist on. We have, as I'm going down, I apologize. We've got Colette, his girlfriend, kind of, I don't know, and Rusty, who is his friend and, well, roommate. We also see his professor, Wagner, and Now this series is turning into Harry Potter because we have somebody that looks almost identical to Snape, named Edward. Okay. So we see, well, he's with his friend, he's studying, he's pretty much aced all the tests, and he's almost there to go to the top. Edward, of course, the Snape of this series. Listen, I'm sorry. If you see this series and you see what this guy looks like, you can't tell me with 1 2 cents of a penny. He does not look like Snape. Come on! Be original here. Anyway, moving on. They have the test. It's on magic, I think magic history. One question on the test. What is magic? And it basically entails that you have to explain the whole concept of basically it's like a conscious thing where you do when you make a spell and so on and so forth. One problem is for Will is he can't do spells. He can't do magic. So it's an impossible question to answer. So Wagner confronts Edward. Edward says, "What are you?" He's like, "Dude, the fuck's your problem?" He starts barking at Wagner and complaining about the headmaster. Then, listen, I've seen all season 1 about this guy. Snape, who's not Snape. And my thing with this guy is this. But I know the answer because there would be no show. Expel him then. You don't like the kid so much. You hate his guts. It's pretty obvious you don't like him because he can't use magic. So why the hell is he here? No, I listen. It's like it's ridiculous. He has an ability that allows him to absorb magic into his sword and use it, but he can only use it for 50 minutes. And you're giving him a question he can't answer, and you're physically. I'm doing him a favor. Oh, real nice favor. Oh, by the way, by the end of this episode, some shit goes down. Edward, are you going to do something about it? Oh, I forgot. You're a Snape. You're going to sit on your ass and do nothing. I'm sorry. I don't want to start making it disarray. Anyway, moving on. Obviously, Will fails. He's sad. I got a little teary-eyed. It's a little. Did I say Rhodey? No, that's not the number. Rusty. He's there to console him, and then everybody's trying to find out where Will is. Then this douche nozzle Julian shows up. I'm like, magic is. He goes on his whole speech. Magic is mine. He can't use magic. Dude, he whoops your ass in season 1. I think you're salty. That's what you are. You're very salty. Now, this happens. He's crying. He's upset, and Rusty's consoling him. Then we have this huge announcement, and Wagner tells everybody to just go celebrate because it would basically Barrier Day is basically what's happening. It's the new year, and they're gonna reform the barrier, the Maga Verna, and all the groups of the different magics are there. Now, one of the magics of the main guys who are on the tower, the light magic, that is that guy was being protected by Finn, not Finn, at the end of season 1. He's there, and the girl that Will was trying to get to is there, and they're all there, and they activate the barrier. I like what happened here only because of the fact that they ostracized Will, and now shit goes down. I love it. Because it's called karma, bitch. So what ends up happening is Dark Lettering shows up, which is the enemy that showed up in the end of season 1. Dark Lettering shows up magic circles start appearing, and these weird, I don't know what they look like. They kind of look like, I would use a Power Ranger reference here. Kind of look like Lord Zed. But they're showing up all over the place and destroying shit. And we have the enemies from last season. Okay, I'm not joking here. There's a guy. Just, it's called Headless. He has no head. No head. But he talks to this other guy who was the enemy in season 1 as well, and they showed up again. Shit's got real. And they're doing it, and they're going to kill everyone. And it's like, oh, hell's unbroken loose. And then everybody sees this happening, and then we cut to black. Now, excuse me. The preview for next week's episode, it seems like what's going to happen is Will's going to get his shit together. He's going to do something. I believe we see Finn. It's kind of hard to tell because it seems going back and forth, but I believe we do see Finn in the episode. I would say they're gonna combat these things, and let's say they result they live. The damage isn't as severe, but they push them back somehow. I got a funny feeling Finn is gonna confront Will, and he's gonna tell Will, "You do not belong here." And he's going to just try to, what I think is going to happen is he's going to put him in his tutelage, and it's going to result, basically what he's with the guy from Light, he will be with what's her face in the tower. I think. I'm not sure. I'm just spitballing here. But overall, I love the episode. I love the karma at the end. Even though, Will is like down in the dumps. It's like karma, in my opinion. They got screwed. Oh, sorry for you. You failed Will. Well, guess what? Now everyone's going to die. But that's just me with that whole spiel. But overall, I liked it. The animation was solid, 100%. The animation in this is freaking fantastic. It is top freaking tier animation. Definitely up there. And, stick around and review this series. I like it because the animation's great. That's part of the reason. Especially in the fight scenes. Whoo, man. Fight scenes, animation, and then we did see a few fighting going on earlier on. It was great. It was fantastic. It's great. And I do like the story because, it's like Black Clover, but it's wands. In hindsight, this is like Harry Potter anime, but Harry Potter can't do spells. That's how I look at it. To a certain extent. But overall good. First episode. Yeah, this is how it's going to go. I want to say that I'm going to have a little problem when I get into June. Because June, one of the shows I watch on HBO comes back. So, these episode reviews I will have to do earlier. So, not this time. Probably 10 o'clock, 9:30 or something like that. I'll try to get as pinpoint as possible. But this is Mankai 922. I'll see you guys later. Wistoria, Wand, and Sword. Too many douchebags in this show. Julius and Edward. What's your fucking deal, man? Get the pole out of your ass. I'll see you guys later.